Hi there. Did you just get back from a really long day skiing or snowboarding? Me too. Welcome to Alex Yoga Corner. Let's do some yoga about it. So, I'm a snowboarder, but a lot of the things that we do when we're on the mountain involve our legs and core, whether we're on boards or aboard. So, today we're going to focus on detensioning our hamstrings, our quads, our core, and even our feet a little bit. Let's get started. Find a comfortable cross-legged seat on your mat or even just the floor. And take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. We'll do two more just like that. Breathe in, exhale. Last deep breath in and sigh it out. Nice. We'll stretch out our sides first. Inhale your arms up and over. Exhale, take a deep side stretch to your left. Bring your right arm long overhead. Left hand comes toward the ground. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale, deepen into the stretch. Feeling a deep stretch through your side body here, obliques and chest. Breathe in and out. Oh, that's nice. Inhale up. Exhale to the other side now. Right hand down, left arm up and over. Inhale. And root down through your left hip bone. Two more breaths in and out. Last one. Exhale. Beautiful. Inhale up. This time, exhale. Take a big open twist to your left side. Left hand comes back behind, right hand to left knee. Inhale. Exhale, wrap your left shoulder around your spine. Maybe even gaze out over your left shoulder here. Breathe in and out. Lengthen through your crown. One more breath in. Exhale. Keep your right hand where it is on your left knee. Inhale your left up and over and cross to your opposite knee. Breathe in. And this time, carve out your belly, send it toward your spine. Hello, little microphone. Send your spine toward the back of the room and breathe. If you pull really hard on your knees here, you'll open up through the big muscles in your upper back, the traps, the rhomboids. Breathe in and pull. God, that's so great. One more breath in and out. Disengage, shake it out. Inhale your arms up. This time twist open to your right side. Left hand to right knee. Right hand goes back behind you. Breathe in. Exhale, twist. One more breath in. And twist a little deeper. Keep your left hand where it is. Inhale your right up and over and across to your left knee. Breathe in. And send your belly toward your spine to find a deep open stretch in your upper back. Maybe even tuck your chin toward your chest for a little stretch in your cervical spine or your neck. And don't forget to breathe. One more in and out. Let your hands go off your knees. I know you don't want to move from here, but we're going to find tabletop position now. Rock over your shins, plant your hands on the ground, and come to that nice solid tabletop, Barmanasana in yoga terminology in Sanskrit. Rock back and forth, shoulders directly over wrists, hips over knees, and just find this position at first. We're going to take some classic cat-cows here, just to keep opening up through the spine and finding real mobility in the side body. On an inhale, cow shape. Drop your belly to the earth, pull your chest forward. Exhale, cat. Send your spine toward the sky, belly toward your spine, maybe even gaze down at your knees. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Last one of each of them, make them juicy. Inhale, cow. Drag those palms back. Exhale, press down through your hands, cat pose. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, settle into it. We're going to stretch out our calves now. I know if your legs are anything like mine, they're probably begging for this stretch right now. Keep your wrists exactly where they are. Tuck your left toes underneath your foot and then send your left heel toward the back of the room here. So I'm pushing back through my left heel, keeping my left toes anchored and finding equal weight in my hands and my right knee. Breathe in. And on an exhale, see if you can square your left hip toward the earth so it's nice and parallel to your mat. Breathe in and out. Press a little further. How about one more breath here? Send your knee to the earth. We'll do the same thing on the other side now. On an inhale, tuck your right toes, send your heel toward the back of the room. And breathe. 2 more right here. It's so good. Oh my God, I'm so sore. Final breath in. Exhale, drop that knee to the floor. We're going to stretch our plantar, the soles of our feet, I guess. I forgot the Latin name for them. How about we tuck both sets of toes and then rock a little bit backward so you're sitting your heels on top, or sitting your hips on top of your heels, just like that. I'm positioning my heels underneath my hip bones, and I'm tucking my toes so I'm getting a deep stretch through the soles of both my feet here. And I'm breathing. This can be really, really intense, so be super gentle with yourself. If it feels like way too much, rock a little forward so you're taking a little of the weight off your toes. Or if you're a masochist, you can go way back and sit all that weight onto your toes. 2 more breaths here. You're not a masochist. You're doing yoga after skiing. You're not a masochist. You're actually taking very good care of yourself. Last breath in and out. Inhale up. Exhale, step back to tabletop. Oh man, I could just do that one all day. But we got work to do. Let's stretch out our hamstrings now. If you're in a tabletop shape where you can kick out wide to either side, you're fine. If you're next to somebody and you kick them, tell them you're doing yoga. You actually have really important stuff going on. From your tabletop pose, we're going to kick our right foot way out to the side and press down through the knife edge of that foot. So I'm keeping my foot square to the floor, and I'm keeping my hands directly under my shoulders, my hips directly over my knee. And I'm breathing. I'm already feeling a stretch in my right inner thigh here. But if I want to deepen it, I can breathe in. And exhale, send my hips a little bit back. Little goes a long way here. Breathe in. Maybe deepen a little more. How about we stay here for 2 more breaths? See if you can press down that knife edge of your foot a little further into the floor. Last breath in. Exhale, you're done. Back to our neutral tabletop. Nice job. We'll do the same thing on the other side now. Inhale, left foot goes out to the side. Make sure you're on something not too slippery if you're wearing socks like me. Inhale here, and you can stay. Or, oh my God. So I ride a snowboard regular stance, so my left foot is always out in front. And I really need this stretch in my left hamstring after a day of snowboarding. If you want to go a little deeper, you can breathe in. And then maybe send your hips a little bit back behind you. Again, really, really small movements will make a huge difference for you here. 2 more breaths. Last deep breath in. And out. Inhale brings you upright. Exhale the knee to the floor. Wow. You know what? I'm going to say this about every single pose we do today. I could do that forever, and it would feel so good. But we got to move on. We're going to take a lizard shape. Lizard is otherwise known as runner's lunge. Inhale back and forth in your tabletop to prepare. When you're ready, inhale your right leg long back behind you, and then bring your right foot outside your right pinky for lizard shape. You can stay right here. If you've got a block or a water bottle or something, it might be nice to place it underneath your hands for a little more length. Right here, I like finding a little length, bringing my crown higher and letting my hips go forward and down in my lizard pose. So I'm focusing on being nice and upright, and I'm breathing. You can stay right here. This is a great pose. I'm already immediately feeling this in my right inner thigh. I'm feeling it in my left psoas as well. That's the big hip flexor on top of your quad. One more breath in. And on an exhale, you might go a little deeper. Maybe if you have this mobility and it feels comfortable in your body, you can bring your elbows toward the earth. Maybe you're on your forearms here. And maybe those right toes go a little out to the side and your right knee goes out toward the top right corner of your mat. Let's take 2 more breaths in and out. Last deep breath in. Exhale. Hands come under shoulders again. Press upright and exhale back to a tabletop position. Rock back and forth, reset through those hips, and we'll take lizard on the opposite side this time. Inhale your left sole of the foot back behind. Kick it into the wall and exhale your left foot outside your left pinky finger this time. This is lizard. You can stay right here. If you're feeling this in your wrists, I might recommend going to your fists so that you're not placing so much weight on the heels of your hands. I have sensitive wrists, so I like that variation. But again, this is my favorite version. Hands on top of a block, so I'm nice and long. And I'm breathing. I don't need to tell you to breathe, but I have to tell myself to breathe, so you're in on it. 3 more here. I'm inhaling my crown long and tall, and I'm exhaling my hips forward and down. I especially feel this one in the top of my right hip. I'm going to take 1 more breath in, and then I'm going to go to my deeper variation, where I bring my elbows or my forearms to the earth. I tilt my left toes out to the side, and maybe that left knee goes a little out to either side, or to the left side, not either side. It should go to the left side. 1 more breath in. And out. I said 1 more, but let's do another for fun. Hands under shoulders. Inhale, upright lizard. And exhale back to tabletop. Rock back and forth. We're going to go to the hamstrings now, dude. This is going to be a lot. Prepare yourself. Come to that neutral tabletop again. Inhale your right leg long back behind. Exhale. This time step it in between your palms. It's like a low lunge variation, except this time we're going to go to Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. So maybe crawl that right foot a little bit forward in front of you. And on an exhale, send your hips back behind, right toes come up toward your right shin. You're probably already feeling this in your hamstrings. Might be another really good place to elevate your hands again and give yourself some length. If you, like me, have a weird ratio of torso to arm, this might be nice for you. We're going to breathe here and stay. Think about squaring your hips toward the front of your mat and pulling your right toes toward your right shin. Deep stretch through the back line of your right leg. Let's stay here for 2 more breaths. Another one I could do all day. Last one in and out. If you got that block under your hands, take it away for a second. We're going to take an IT band variation in this Hanumanasana. This might feel crazy, so bear with me. Bear with yourself as well. Pick up your right foot with your right hand and scooch it literally 6 inches to the left. It might be a little violent. Maybe this is enough, and you already begin to feel this in the outside of your right hip and right hamstring. Or, if you like, you can bring both hands on the right side of your leg, and maybe those right toes tick-tock in toward the center of your mat. Another really good place for a block. Right here, I'm getting activation in the IT band, that long line of fascia from the outside of my knee up to the outside of my right hip. And I'm breathing. Oh my God. Skiers, this one's for you. 2 more in and out. Here on Alex Yoga Corner, we end the skier-snowboarder rivalry. We're all friends on the mat and on the mountain. We're friends on the mountain especially, where we're all nice to each other. Final breath in. Oh my God, and out. Take that block out and away if you're using it. And then gently bring that foot. See if you can pick it up and send it back behind you, tabletop pose. Rock back and forth. And we'll do the same thing on the other side, no matter how long it takes. We're gonna inhale, press your left foot back. Exhale, bring your left foot between your palms, low lunge. You can stay right here. This is already getting some work done in your psoas. It's doing the same thing as your lizard pose. Or you can crawl your left toes a little bit forward. And on an exhale, send your hips back behind you. Holy moly, did I mention my left hamstring is really tight? Jeezy Pete. I'm gonna stay right here and I'm gonna bring a block underneath my hands to give myself more length in my crown and my spine and bring the earth closer to me. And wow, I am gonna breathe. I'm always pulling those left toes in toward my left shin. If you know you tend toward hypermobility in your knee, keep a little micro bend here. Wouldn't hurt if you aren't hypermobile either. Probably everybody should keep a little micro bend. Breathe in. Send your hips a little further back. 2 more. Last one in. And out. If you want to take that IT band variation, block goes outside your left leg this time. Pick up your left foot with your hand, scooch it toward the right edge of your mat. My hands come to my block, and I try and keep my hips nice and square to the top edge of my mat. And I breathe here, and then maybe I tick-tock my toes up toward the top left edge of my mat. Getting that huge deep stretch on the outside line of my left leg here. We'll take 3 more breaths. I'm right there with you, man. This is crazy. Last breath in. And out. Take that block up and away. We are not going to need it anymore. And on an inhale, pick up your left foot and send it back behind. Exhale, rock back and forth. We're going to move into corkscrew pose. If you know you've got sensitive knees, you might want something to cushion them with, something for your back knee. We'll use these little forearm sleeves that I have lying around. From corkscrew, we're going to get a deep quad stretch, a deep psoas stretch, and a little more of that hip stretch we got earlier. It's just like lizard. We're going to inhale our right foot long back behind, and exhale, place it outside your right pinky finger. This is the place to pad up your knee if you didn't already. I'm going to fold that up twice. My knees are barking. There we go. That's nice. I'm going to stay right here, and I'm going to breathe. And then, when I take this corkscrew variation, I'm going to tilt my right toes out toward the top right edge of my mat. My knee goes out the same direction, so it's always tracking over my toes. I'm going to inhale, look out over my right shoulder, and then my left heel is going to come up toward my left glute, and I'm going to reach around with my right hand and see if I can grab that heel. I can. I did it. I'm going to breathe right here. This is already really intense for me, and it probably is for you too. We all have really tight psoases, iliac muscles, that big deep muscle in the hip flexor, probably from sitting a lot. So this muscle always needs some nice stretching. We're going to breathe into it. If you really enjoy this, you might pull that heel a little closer toward your glute, or you might go no freaking way and keep it as far away as you can while still maintaining contact. 2 more breaths. On an exhale, see if you can lightly let go of your hand and send your foot back down. You're spring loaded, so see if you can make it really gentle. Inhale back up to tabletop and rock back and forth. We're always doing that just to reset through our hips because they need a little love. We're doing some really deep stuff in them. So the more you can give your hips a little rest in between poses, usually the happier they'll be. Let's take corkscrew on the other side now. Inhale your left foot on the outside edge of your left pinky finger. It's just like lizard. And find this shape. Maybe your hands come to fists for a little wrist sensitivity. Maybe you scooch back because you're worried you're not on camera. I think I am. I'm gonna breathe in. And then I'm gonna tick-tock my left foot up to the left edge of my mat. Knee tracks over it as well. I'm gonna stay right here. Or I'm gonna look back over my left shoulder and watch as my right heel floats up toward my right glute. Keep that cushion right under your knee, whatever you need to do. And then maybe I'll grab for the foot with my left hand. And definitely I'll breathe. Just like before, see if you can send your hips forward and down on every exhale. Breathe in. And watch this, hips go forward and down. Just like that. Maybe your gaze tracks out over your left shoulder. Or maybe it's enough and you just got to screw up your face and concentrate for 2 more breaths. You got this. Yeah. 1 more. On an exhale, gently let that foot go and send it to the earth. Hands come down with it. And go back to tabletop and give yourself some Rockies. It's so nice. I think we're all done with that knee padding. You can keep it. That's a really good option to have around, especially if you do yoga in a studio. It might be nice to bring something to pad up your knees if they're sensitive and there aren't blankets available. Dinner's coming up, excuse me. Let's move into a pigeon stretch, a really beautiful hip opener and a nice way to end class. Yes, we're close to ending class. Inhale your right foot back. Exhale, bring your right shin toward your right wrist. See if your knee can touch your wrist and your shin comes close to parallel with the top edge of the mat, not exactly parallel. Almost nobody can do that. It's a very flexible thing to do, so we all aim for it, but it's not important. The important thing to do is flex your right toes in toward your right shin to protect and activate the ligaments of your right knee. We're gonna inhale, find length, another really good place for a block. And you can stay right here. Or if you wanna go really deep, you can start to lower toward the earth. Elbows come down, maybe forearms come down, maybe even you drop your head all the way down. So you're talking into your little tiny microphone and making a little hammock with your hands for your forehead, rocking back and forth. And letting everything go. Let's stay here for 2 more full breaths. Find any tension and let it go. If you're in this sleeping variation, bring your hands under your shoulders, come upright, and exhale, curl your left toes under and send your right knee back to tabletop. Rock back and forth. We always rock back and forth. And then we'll take pigeon on the other side, and then I'll send you off. You go have fun and do your op-res. Have some shots, whatever you want to do. You already did a lot of self-care today. Inhale your left foot back. Exhale, left knee comes inside your left wrist this time for pigeon. Lay that shin gently on the earth, not necessarily parallel with the top edge of your mat. Left toes just curl in toward your left shin. Inhale and exhale. You can stay right here. This is pigeon, Raja Kapotasana, or on an exhale, you can bring your elbows toward the earth, forearms toward the earth, maybe even forehead toward the earth. And we'll take 3 nice deep breaths here. Use every breath in to scan your body, find those bright spots. And every breath out to relax those bright spots and dim them down. 2 more. No effort. Last deep breath in. Exhale. All right, we gotta go. Plant your hands under your shoulders. Inhale, find upright pigeon. This time, exhale your left butt cheek toward the earth. Swing your right leg around toward the front and come to that nice, easy Sukhasana, literally easy shape. We call it crisscross applesauce where I come from. And let's take a second to just scan our body. Find any places we might feel different. One deep breath in and out. Maybe bring your hands toward heart center. Try not to hit your microphone if you're wearing one. Thank you for joining me in Alex Yoga Corner. I hope you had a wonderful day on the slopes. I hope you had a wonderful time on your mat, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste. Pretty good.